Welcome everyone to the FFR Summer Series. I am your comms Franklin RN in the booth with
Classic Gamer 76. How you doing this evening, Franklin?
It is a good day. This is our first Async qualifier for the Summer Series. There are 4 qualifiers total. You need to race in at least 3 of them to get into the tournament. So if you miss this one, it's not too late. You can go and play the other 3 and still make it in.
Yes, we're featuring our top 4 runners from the first Async tonight. Mechlin, Hungry Hippos, Rubes, and Fry Teeth in order from top left, top right to bottom right. So expect some excellent running tonight. There's some names that are familiar and a new one.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
I said there's some names that are familiar and some names that I'm seeing that are new. Oh, one name that I see that's
Okay.
new.
Is it Hungry Hippos?
Yes, it is.
And great to see Hungry Hippos here.
Yes, it is. Always love to see new players, and when they suddenly appear on the top qualifiers, that's even better. We see Hippos is running a 3-man. That's going to be pretty interesting.
Yeah, I ran a 3-man in this one. Didn't make the top 4. It looks like out of the top 4, Hungry Hippos is the only one who took a 3-man. So maybe with this seed, it's better to take a 4-person party. We'll see how that goes.
Yes, indeed, we can see he's the only one who actually did not take a thief, whereas everyone else is taking a fighter and 2 mages of varying colors, or 3 mages in the case of Bright Teeth.
Right, so that fighter starts with 800 gold points and plus 10 strength. The thief gets 15 agility bonus and heal magic. And I believe one of those heal magics was life 1. Black belt gets elemental magic and plus 10 hit percent. Really good, except this flag set, not good for black belts. Red mage has hurt, undead, and plus 10 luck. White mage has plus 1 magic point to all levels and plus 25 agility. And then the black mage learns slow plus absorb and equip shirt.
Yes, those are some nice blushings there, and of course, it's interesting the luck bonus on the red mage means it'll be a pretty decent runner, at least better than usual.
All right, I think we can get started. If you're looking at the trackers, you might notice that everyone starts with the bridge, which is normal, but they also start with a tail. Oh, and the flag set is floaterless. So that means that the moment you have both the ship and canal, you can go turn in that tail and get promotion.
And there is no fighting Bahamut, so you can go up there and he will give you promotion, and of course, you'll have access to Bahamut's Horde, which is another flag that's on. And I think our tracker notes in, or should be our restreamer notes in chat and noted before, the start will be staggered because of the VODs. Time sync will not be absolutely perfect, but hey, I'm in the mood to see a great race here, nevertheless, and some. Let's see how this worked out for these guys. Let's see. Freitith is the first one to start, with Rubes right after him, then Mechlin.
All right, going into
Okay,
Canaria, level 1 white magic.
start. This went real stupid. Okay, I am sorry, chat. Apparently, hey, so Windows don't don't work as well as VLC does. Hey, let me just.
All right, apologies for that, chat. We did see level 1 magic. I mean, white 1, protect 2, which I don't know if it has some of the recent buffs, but that can be a decent spell. Lamp is improved, but we don't have enhanced darkness, so it's not going to be that great.
Yeah. Lamp is only good for curing paralysis.
And there's Wall, which of course is very nice. That'll give you a ribbon.
I have to recut everything, chat. It will be a hot minute. I'm so sorry. Oh no.
All right, stand tight while we get ready underway. Of course, we have combining, three Twitch and VODs and a YouTube channel is not necessarily easy. So,
So behind the scenes, you're wondering, Sonny, how could you screw this up so spectacularly? This is very simple. I don't understand. Oh, that's what's going on. I'm stupid. The VLC that I usually use for like the live Twitch streams, it actually does not care if it is in front of other windows or not. So most of the time when I'm doing restreams with live ones, I just use Twitch Link and just tile all the VLC windows up in the back, and everybody's happy. Unfortunately, apparently, because this is my first time doing this particular setup, apparently it doesn't really work that way when you're using VOD viewers. So,
Yeah, they try and help you out, save resources on your computer when they're covered up, only play the audio and whatnot.
And I'm over here like, dude, I have more power in this hunk of junk. Okay, Rubes, your duck is over everything. I love you. Don't change. Oh no, I see where my cropping problem is. I gotta back my timers up. Hang on a moment. Where were we?
Yeah, well, early on we saw the first level magic. There's Fog 2, Lamp Wall, and A-Fire, and White Magic. Not useless, but a bit underwhelming, especially in this faster, easier flag set. But Black Magic 1, we got Rub, completely useless. Cake, a little bit more useful. Fast, very useful. And Nuke, level 1 Nuke, guys. So I think Black Magic wins for level 1.
yeah, Black Magic narrows out White Magic by a considerable margin. I mean, Nuke and Fast sharing the same level isn't always great, but it's level 1, so they should have plenty of charges.
Earlier I mentioned that the flag set is floaterless. If we take a look at what map edits are on to make that possible, notice it's pretty typical. We have early open progression, but not extended. Northern Docks is on, Bahamut Cardia Dock is on, and the Lafine River Dock is on. Now, oh, and the Gaia Mountain Pass. Highway to Ordeals is on for convenience, but isn't actually needed, but it's there, which can help you shortcut some getting to all the locations in one dock of the boat. Bahamut's Horde is on, so you can get the incentive Cardia
Halfway
box,
there.
as well as all the other boxes there at Cardia.
Okay, and I gotta back him back so I have a non-black background. There we go.
Everyone starts with a free AoE caster. I think in this one it was an Ice 3 stick.
Your first stick is free.
Yeah.
Yep, you could chill with it too.
Incentive locations, we got Ice Cave, Ordeals, Marsh Cave, and Titan's Trove. Canaria Locked, Cardia Islands, and Sky Palace. Sky Palace is the only Fiend dungeon that's incentivized. And then for incentivized items, like you got all your key items, but for gear, we have the Masamune and the Vorpal. Take your pick. The Power Gauntlet for giving you unlimited saber casts, and a ribbon.
Okay.
So no Roostic.
All right. Who wants to try that nonsense again?
I'm always down for doing some nonsense.
That's actually, I have Mechlin on the wrong spot. One moment. All right, cool.
Upside down.
All right, I'm going to say 3, 2, 1, go. Click, 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 click. I have a few of them off. It's fine. There you go.
All right, underway for real this time.
Why is Mechlin upside down? Why is Mechlin upside down? I don't know, what did I do?
I mean, if it's a red
Mechlin
giant, it might be
chat,
right
study,
side up.
why am I upside down?
Mechlin, why are you upside down?
Mechlin's re-rolling. After seeing the level 1 magic.
I don't understand.
So if you can't quite understand Mechlin's stream, he's in chat, so you can ask him questions. I'm sure he remembers everything.
I'll tell you what happened with Mechlin because I actually saw it while I was scraping. Mechlin started out and then hit with a white mage or something in there, hit the black magic shop and said, ah, and re-rolled. So there you go. I think we're all caught up. I'm going to fade back into obscurity now.
All right, a house and a pro cape in the top left boxes in Toph. Rube's gonna snag those and then fight Garland, save the princess. Meanwhile, Hungry Hippos saves the princess and gets the king item, which is beer. And a bottle to put it in.
All right, Fryteeth, meanwhile, is nuked down Garland and saving the princess, and he's getting just a ruby from the king, a valuable gem for, save his daughter, and a bottle to. I don't think the ruby will quite fit in the bottle, especially if there's a fairy in there. All right, Hungry Hippos heading straight to Provoca.
We're all heading straight to Provoca. It's the only spot where progression remains. We're gonna fight Bicky and his pirates and get his key item.
Alrighty, with the level 1 nuke, I don't expect these pirates will last very long.
There they go. And our item is the crystal. We don't know where the further progression will be other than the turn-in.
Yep. Except unless we see a vendor item like a TNT for sale. They don't have the money for that.
That's true. And yeah, TNT for sale. Very expensive.
Okay, there's Life 1. The most notable one I caught there.
Oh, the Fire 3 shirt is the free AoE caster item. The Ice Stick was from my practice seed.
Alright, level 2 black, we did have Fire 3, as well as Fire 1, but I also had Confusion, which is great for carry, and Slow 2, which is actually can be a little underrated because it's non-elemental and it will, reduce the hits. It's actually brought many a Topher dive to an untimely end when it lands on your lone melee.
Right, Flame Sword in Matoya's closet, and we get the canoe. We're gonna be walking around today.
Walking and canoeing around, as noted earlier, this is a floaterless seed, so if you like canoeing, if you like water faring in general with canoes and ships, this is the flag set for you.
Yeah, so here's where the big decision comes. Which way do you rotate around the continent? The decision you always have to make with these canoe starts. Hungry Hippos is going the more difficult side first. We're heading to Ice Cave.
And he's got those Fire 3 is available, and there's a AoE Fire 3 item, so I like this play. I think, it makes Ice much more doable, though ogres with cremates aren't too pleasant.
Yeah, that's a bit rough on Fryteeth's side. It looks like he is heading towards Provoca again. So we'll be taking that accelerated route. Mechlin, on the other hand, is going back the other way around.
Yeah, Rubes is going the other way around too, leaving the Hooray Dwarf in his one-word misery, but that's... You get an herb!
Oh, Rubes was
Generic.
able to afford the TNT by selling the fire shirt. Very good play.
Yes, indeed. If you're not intending to go to ice right away and you have it in the shop, and it's a good progression because it's got the herb from the TNT, which is just saying go to Elfland.
And from the Elf Prince, we get a Massa +3. That will make the rest of the seed much easier.
Yes, indeed. Get some great offensive damage out of that. Meanwhile, we see level 3 magic. Heal 3 and Invis 2 at level 3. Heal 3 being Red Mage learnable. And Quadex and Bane were in black. Whereas you had Cure 4 and level 4 white, and both Saber and Lock 2 and level 4 black. I say level 4 black earlier, I meant level 4 white. Oh, and Exit as well. So level 4 pretty solid.
Yeah, it's just expensive. Come back later when you have money. Now we're selling what we can to buy magic here on Rubes' side.
Yep, I like that play because we have some good magic here. Meanwhile, Hungry Hippos is making his way through ice.
So is Fryteeth, just a little bit behind.
And I saw that Hungry Hippos faded the chest. That could be a very good move because whether the something an Expert Stick, that's pretty nice.
Alright, the spike tile is not particularly difficult. Hungry Hippo opting to run. And it's the ship. That will greatly accelerate the rest of the seed.
Yes, indeed. In fact, right now it seems to be the both ways, either the counterclock going to ice or heading down to Elfland and then Marsh, appear to have pretty solid advantages. And
right. I gotta give the optimal routing here to the clockwise option because that ship is gonna speed up everything so much on a floaterless seed when you can't get the floater.
I agree because ship speed's gonna be so much more than walking speed.
Fryteeth finds an ice sword +4.
That's another
Meanwhile,
nice
Mechlin
find.
picks up the adamant from the Marsh Cave. Hungry Hippo returning with the ship, or picking up the ship and buying the TNT, I think.
Yep, selling a few items so he can afford that TNT. That's good play there.
There it is. And Fryteeth escapes Ice Cave as well, unharmed.
Alright, so we'll see where it goes next, although I would suspect he heads down the crescent so we can see what the old men have today.
Maybe checking the dwarves first. It looks like on Hungry Hippo's side, gonna turn in that TNT. Get the herb. Was it the herb?
Yes,
Yes,
it was
I
the
did remember
herb.
correctly. Rubes, having the exit, was able to get out of Marsh Cave much faster than Mechlin and make up a lot of time on that.
Yep, Fryteeth back and Provoca now, probably looking to pick up his TNT.
And the adamantium was forged into the Mystic Key, which will unlock all the locked stuff, including Dwarf Locked. They needed to forge their own key.
See, Rubes is not checking Dwarf Lock, which, yeah, I think that's a good play. I mean, yeah, you might find something good in there, but these are fast seeds, and you don't have time to be looking for tons of equipment.
Yeah, it really comes down to whether you have exit magic, if it's worth it or not.
Right, Fright Teeth now in Dwarves. He's going to go down and turn in his TNT.
Right, and Rube's picking up the canal, which would open up the seed if Rubes had the ship.
The seed, which we know there's a nicely chilled and preserved ship in ice, so we'll see where Rubes goes next. He's headed in the right direction, though.
Right, Mechlin also picking up the canal. I like how the players who didn't, or depending on which direction around the inner sea you went, you either got the ship first or the canal first.
Yep, I've
Of
noticed
course,
that
ship
as
first
well.
is better.
Yeah.
Fright Teeth
Teeth.
picking up the masa,
Yep, be very happy to see that.
handing over the ice sword to the fighter.
I like that play, even though it's a red mage and not known for its offense. An ice sword +4 is a pretty good weapon.
Yeah, Rubes diving into Ice Cave, gonna get the ship. Hungry Hippo taking a look at the expensive but useful level 6 black magic and is going to pick up the Sage Crescent Lake item.
Yep. Temper Lock and Ice 3 all at level 6. And that's the slab. That's not super useful right now.
Yeah, you need a canal to do anything with that. Meanwhile, Mechlin buying the TNT. We'll see if they go around to ice first or to turn in the TNT first. We're going to ice first.
Right, we know that he is making the correct play.
Hungry Hippo making the proximity play to get Volcano early. A little bit risky because you do have to be able to take on carry, but very, very much a time safe if you make it through on your first try.
Very true. I mean, no floater means we have to canoe our way all the way over here and back. So if you're
Yeah,
already
in
in the area,
floaterless. And being in the top 4, I'm going to assume that the gamble paid off. Mechlin coming around to grab the slab. Meanwhile, Fright Teeth fishing the adamant out of marsh. And will soon get key into canal. Rubes gets the ship out of ice around the same time.
yep, Hungry Hippo's going straight for carry, not grabbing much of anything. He's just go down and
Full power.
yep,
Swing. Blast. Tank a hit.
Yep, Carry has Dark Touch, but don't care. Enhanced Darkness is not on.
And we're out of here.
Right, Mechlin following the Hungry Hippo's steps is going to dive Volcano. Going to try to take down Carry.
Alright, Fright Teeth getting the key from the adamant turn in. And Rube's coming back to pick up some magic. At Elfland.
As well as some items stocking up on cabins, make a nice cabin vacation.
Yeah. Our players going through Volcano are not stopping to pick up any items. We're going straight to carry, get the fire orb, that's why we're here. There is no incentive in Volcano, or in any of the Fiend dungeons except for Sky.
Yes, and with multiple newcasters and Amasa, this Knockwood shouldn't be too troublesome for Mechlin. If it's pre-recorded, it can't be a commentator curse, right?
Yeah, it already happened. Surely a commentator curse can't happen. Rubes feeding the ruby to the Titan.
Yep, Bright Teeth heading to promote and check out Bahamut's Horde.
Yeah,
Mechlin is through
Titan
Gary.
Strove has the rod.
You saw that
And
play
Rubes
there
is-
by Rubes. Yep.
Yeah. And
Very
skipping all the other boxes there. We are not picking up any more items on Rubes' screen for the rest of the run. Fryteeth finds the Vorpal +3 as the Cardia incentive, passing it along to the Red Mage. We love seeing a Red Mage swing a Vorpal here. And we can equip
Yep.
the Fire shirt on the Black Wizard.
That is true. It has plus shirt, so it doesn't even matter which shirt it was originally. He will be able to equip it and pre-promotion.
Right? Mechlin making their way through Ice. Ice pretty tame this time around. No terrible scripts as far as we've seen so far. Fryteeth diving into Ordeals. Let's see, how well can I remember this? Up, up, up? Oh, I don't remember, never mind.
I mean, since it's randomized pillars, I don't think memorizing helps much.
Well, I did the seed. I just didn't get top 4. That's a thing that you can do with these sorts of async races that you can't do with the live races. You have commentary of people who were in the race. Sometimes
That's
even
true.
commentating themselves. I've seen that before. I might have even done that before.
Yep. Anyway, there was briefly a blue flash on Rubes' screen, and now he's heading down past the vampire chest in Earth.
Mechlin, last one to pick up the boat. Hungry Hippo going out through the canal to the open sea. And we're not going to the Melmond Peninsula first. We are going out, I assume, straight to promotion. Fryteeth finishing out Ordeals, about to see what the key item here is.
Actually grabs a few greed boxes there.
Right, unlike Rubes, Fryteeth is still grabbing a few easy boxes. And it's the crown. Haha, only those with the crown can enter Ordeals.
Yep. Meanwhile, don't blink because otherwise you'll miss the Lich on the Rubes' screen.
And the Masa comes out and terminated. Goodbye, Lich.
Interesting. You saw status touches on both Lich and Carry. You won't get stun touch, but it was just kind of interesting. You saw the two there.
Alright, where is Fryteeth off to next?
Hungry Hippos is promoted. Meanwhile, Mechlin has just turned in his TNTs. Be able to make. Not sure if he'll do one shot doors, actually, now that I think about it.
Yep, Rube's going up to pick the Crescent Lake Sage item. Nice and easy item to grab, if maybe a little out of the way. It could also go for the Fire Orb directly after for proximity.
I suspect that's what he'll do. Meanwhile, Hungry Hippos is in the Ordeals and is going to enjoy trying to do it without warp. Which is always a lot of fun.
All right. Becomes a true memory challenge.
Yep. Speaking of warp, it was in its vanilla spot at slot 3, level 5, which is promotion locked.
Right, very annoying, except early promotion in this. The question is, do you go back for it right away, or do you wait until you've translated the slab and go to Lafine to get all of them at once? Mechlin feeds the Titan the coal. Will they open all the boxes? Looks like so. Hungry hippos coming to grab the crown and finish out ordeals.
Alrighty, Rue's making his volcano dive. I expect very little in the way of items being picked up.
Yeah, I'm gonna be the first one to get 2 orbs. Meanwhile, Fryteeth just translated the slab, has not gotten any orbs lit yet.
He is headed into Titans. He's going to pick up his rod. Again, so what Fryteeth just did, Rube did it earlier. He goes outside and saves. And then if he gets something he doesn't care about, he can just reset, which he does care about the rod. But then he can just exit.
Alright, we're throwing out our magic. We are swinging. Carry is going to fall. Quad X, cheeky Quad X, erased. Congratulations, Rubes. You have earned your fire orb.
Yes,
Fryteeth picks up the Saber Bonk at Sarda.
Yep. Quad X marks the spot for carry 1 for Rubes.
It feels great Quad Xing fiends.
Yeah, it does. Mechlin, meanwhile, diving into Earth. Going to take on the Lich.
Should be an easy fight at this point in the seed. Level 1 nuke and all.
Level
Masa.
1 nuke, rolled up Masa, yeah.
Rube's coming and turning in the slab. Hungry Hippo doing the crown turn in pretty early and getting the loot.
Yep, that's
Or
one
Piccolo.
Yeah, that is one of the items you absolutely need in Topher, the other being the key. And Dr. Oon doesn't want to talk to Hungry Hippos.
It can be pretty annoying when you get poor RNG on those NPCs.
Indeed.
Like, have you ever been in the position where the spike tile and waterfall is really bad early on, and you like really hoping that the robot steps on it so you can talk to the robot without leaving?
I mean, I think I've been in the situation of wanting to. I don't think I've ever been in the situation of it ever happening. But Rube's grabbing the Bahamut's Horde here. They're finding that Vorpal +3. So actually, rolled up
Right.
Masa, rolled up Vorpal, level 1 nuke.
Yeah, very blitzy seed. Surely there isn't going to be some sort of major roadblock right at the end to stop us short.
Surely not.
Mechlin sends out the nukes, 2 nukes, and Lich falls. Some eye mages try and stop them right before lighting the Earth Orb, but it is futile. Mechlin goes through. Rube's third one into Ordeal's Pillar Maze. Meanwhile, Fryteeth taking on Lich again. Nuke, oh, blink and you miss it. Lich is already gone.
And he also gets the images right at the end, which they reset before and took the same route isn't really surprising at all.
Our tracker Laser in chat has a fun message. He says, I like to think when I walk past Oon and faceplant into the grave, it's him saying, this is a grave. Now Astos is gonna get blasted even faster than Lich. One nuke and it's down. Rubes picks up the crown from Ordeals. Fryteeth picks up the loot from the Northwest Castle. Vampire getting challenged. Mini speed bump. One nuke is enough. Mechlin going in. Last one to promote.
Yep, meanwhile, Rubes is heading up around to the north. Or no, he looks like he's heading actually towards Northwest Castle, where he will probably either nuke Astos into oblivion or slice him into pieces, depending on who moves first.
Hungry Hippos moving to cut a slice out of Lich as Fryteeth dives into Volcano to kill Carrie.
So
We're running out of things to do.
Especially in the south. Now, of course, this is a floater, which we know we're going to be able to dock up north, but I don't see. No one's gotten the chime. No one's gotten the cube. No one's gotten the axial. They've got to be around somewhere.
Right. But we do have access to Lafine's slab turn-in, Gaia bottle turn-in.
Yep. And speaking of the Gaia bottle turn-in, that's where Rubes is heading right now.
And then that leaves either the ribbon or Oxyale in the incentive Sky Palace box. Rube's gonna grab some houses. They aren't too expensive, and we have an excess of cash by this point in the seed. Fryteeth took out Carrie while I wasn't watching. At this point, Carrie is not a threat.
No, she is not. Meanwhile, Rubes picked up the cube from the fairy, which is no immediate checks, but once he finds the chime, he can be on the way up in the burial sky.
Right. And Chime was just found by Hungry Hippos at Lafine, which is vanilla.
Indeed, it is, and it looks like it is where Fryteeth is heading up to Gaia, so he will pick up his cube. Rubes is picking up his chime and is also visiting the superstore. I really like this play because come back after promotion, you can get all your knight and ninja and promo spells.
Exactly. That level 2 life 1 spell could come in clutch.
Very true.
Fryteeth coming in, picking up the cube, exiting out very swiftly. Very fast execution here. Mechlin making their way through the... I almost called it Proc-Gen Volcano. It is a non-Proc-Gen, very vanilla waterfall.
Yep, we do not have Proc-Gen Waterfall on in this seed, or indeed look we have any Proc-Gen available. And you're talking about that robot earlier. He was almost where he could be picked up, but you might want to fight that spike tile.
Yeah, although, because of how close that robot was, you only need to do the spike tile once instead of over and over. Mechlin opts to instead go and grab the boxes. Although, having telemagic at this point in the seed, you don't actually have to touch the spike tile again.
As Mechlin demonstrates, meanwhile, Hungry Hippos has his chime and his cube, and he is ready to climb sky.
Yeah, and Rube's about to teleport all the way up into the Sky Castle. Confronted by some manticores, or rather, getting the first strike, we are going to take them out for the EXP.
Yep, I like that play. Take a few decent experience fights, get a few levels.
Yeah, the seed is really fast. Rubes is only just now leveling up to 14. So, Sky is like one of the best places to walk and grind. Hungry Hippo's getting the same exact encounter, same exact response. Although with a little bit more optimal turn ordering, Nuke comes out first and takes care of everything quite quickly.
All right, Teeth now making his way up through Mirage, not far behind Rubes and Hungry Hippos, while Mechlin goes through Ordeals.
Hungry Hippos now slightly ahead of Rubes in order. Getting the same encounters and everything. Although it looks like Rubes will be the first one to pick up the incentive, which is the Oxyale. Last
Sky
thing.
provides. All right, Rubes.
Fryteeth also coming in.
Yep. Rubes, to my non-surprise, didn't even check the greed checks. He just went straight for the teleporter. He's heading up and will be on the Bridge of Destiny. I believe Warmech was vanilla in this.
Yeah, so if you get a Warmech, you could choose to fight it and get all the EXP if you come out alive.
That's
Not
a
worth
big
grinding
if.
for.
Yeah. I don't think I'd take the chance at these levels, but we have Rubes versus Tiamat, and neither the Master nor the Vorpal were particularly fantastic with their damage output there.
Yeah, Vorpal comes out, no crits, does nothing. Here comes the Masa. Decent amount.
Yep.
Now that's fasted. Trying to throw out a cheeky Quadex, not quite enough damage done to it. Meanwhile, Hungry Hippo also fighting Tiamat as Fryteeth pulls up to the fight.
And we almost had triple Tiamats, but we
Almost.
went from double Tiamats to double Tiamats again. Interestingly, I don't think we saw Brack. Although if you're getting 618 damage out offensively, I don't think you really need Brack.
Fryteeth's Ninja getting fasted with good turn order and doing 600 damage on the first swing and 600 damage on the second swing. Takes out Tiamat far faster than the previous competitors and catching up a bit.
And I saw something pretty gross. The Fun Police have Stone Touch, as Hungry Hippos found out. He just reset out of that. And Mechlin following the others through the feint and then almost... Well, he does not have the cube yet, according to our tracker, so he will not be headed up to Sky quite yet.
Right, needs to talk to the fairy first. For our other three runners, it's a race to grab the water orb and then to get through Topher.
Yep, and for Mechlin, he'll just head up to Gaia, grab that cube, and he'll be off on his way, not far behind them.
Yeah, in this seed, it was linear at first until we got the canoe from Matoya. Then you could go either direction around Circle C. 2 players chose one direction, 2 players chose the other. And then it opened up a bit. There's a little bit of choice on where to go first. But once everyone made it to the Sky Continent, it was basically the same thing, and everyone's getting funneled back into a linear progression.
They are. I was wondering if that was going to happen. We have both. We have all 3 of Rubes, Fryteeth, and Hungry Hippos in C. We have Mechlin just finishing up in Lefane. And of course, one of the things, you go through these seeds quickly and end up with some low levels, that could make Topher a bit more of an adventure. And last year in chat noting how the Batman ambushed me and knocked me down the tower for my first attempt. Oh, that's... Yeah, Batman can be bad men sometimes.
Oh, I saw the Badmen, but I was able to run away from them. Probably because I had the Thief in the first slot.
That definitely helps, and Kraken almost takes down the Thief, barely survives.
Yeah, no Roostick or Enfiz on this. Quadex comes out at an inopportune time.
It's a few crits out of the Vorpal, and then the Kraken's like, no Vorpaling me, down with the Thief, and then he gets sliced into calamari by the Masa.
I see an EX Pinata on Hungry Hungry Hippo's side, and there it goes, along with the Gur Shark.
Yep, Bright Thief coming up to Kraken 1 now. And Hungry Hungry Hippo's on the Kraken floor. This is very close between these three runners.
Yeah, and we're not doing anything defensive. We have Thief in the first slot on Fryteeth's screen, just hoping that it doesn't get one turn blasted. But of course, Kraken doesn't care about the Thief. You go for the White Mage.
Yep, and then the Thief retaliates and cuts the Kraken to pieces. And Kraken doesn't know
Hungry
to do
Hippos.
Yep, Kraken didn't know what to do there. There was no White Mage. Rubes has entered Topher.
Going on the left side first, but if I remember correctly, the left side is not the side you want to be on. Now, Tia 2, quite a foe, but at least the floor is very fast. There is not much walking to do if you don't want to go for the Maza chest, which, of course, in this seed, why would you?
Very true, and White Mage goes down to the Bane. Masa does a little more than the Vorpal did. And I like that switching to Nuke on the Ninja because as low levels, he's not getting much DPS out of that Vorpal, and Tia 2 down for Rubes. And Hungry Hippo's checking the
Validation chest, I think they're called?
Yep, the validation chest.
Also going left first.
And you were correct, left is not the way to go unless you want to fight.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, you want to fight both Tia 2 and Kraken 2, which you don't.
Yeah, compared to Lich and Carry, definitely choose the right side. Which, thankfully, on my run, I got first try. So I never even needed to touch these guys.
All right, we have a Kraken 2 and 2 Tia 2s. All right, now we're actually getting up some evasion on Rubes' side here. Now, Mechlin has finished up Sky 1, so he's still got to do Sea Shrine. Kraken not doing much for Rubes, although he did manage
Fryteeth coming to join the fight as Rubes finishes it up. Playing a little bit defensive, but mostly on the gas. Kraken gives basically a free turn with the Lit 2 that is not going to hurt us.
Yep, Hungry Hippo's also on Kraken 2.
Rubes steps up to Chaos. Has put Biff, the fighter, in the 4th slot. Nuclear comes out, hurts everyone. I think that stock might be due the Black Wizard, only at 12 HP, but barely survives the nuclear. We're throwing on more tempers. All our hope is on Biff. Inferno comes out and takes out everyone except for Biff. Is now in man mode, does 460 damage. Fryteeth pulls up to Chaos and starts buffing the Ninja. Same strategy.
Yep.
Chaos sends out Ink, free turn.
Yep. Trying to.
Biff gets slammed as he life ones the White Mage. Tries to life more guys up. Gets good turn order with life of 4, heal 3. Everyone gets heal 3. Very nice on Rubes' side.
Yes, but then Chaos says, "What are you doing?" and casts Blaze and knocks the Thief and Ninja and White Wizard back down. And Biff has only 4 H. Oh!
Hungry Hippo's party gets taken out by the nuclear coming up to Chaos in man mode. Fryteeth using the Cure 4s on the Red Mage and the White Mage to get everyone to full health except for the Black Mage in the first slot. Inferno comes out, takes out the Red Mage again.
Alrighty, and that is Chaos down for Hungry Hippos.
And Fryteeth.
So they were actually very close. They're listed 1 and 2. And, wow, we saw... I mean, Rubes is making the adjustment. He is not going left this time. And the Reacher Sunflash Rune says he doesn't have the official times on hand. He just got the top 4 players posted in the notes.
I think I got the times. I can put them in the... Oh, we don't have that. So, the official times, we have Fry Teeth with 38 minutes and 51 seconds in first place. Hungry Hungry Hippo, 39 minutes and 7 seconds. So, only 16 seconds behind. Very good run.
Yeah.
And
Well,
I
Rubes-
almost went on to Rubes, but Rubes has not yet finished.
Yeah, but Rubes right now is planning some revenge on Chaos, who he's probably not too happy about being knocked out of potential first place due to things like, a nuclear. Some Heal 3 comes out, gets his HP up, he's going to do more HP. Inferno comes out, but Fire Resist is not as bad as it could be. More Heal 3.
Or
More
keep
heal
spamming
three,
the
more
heal
Masa.
3. But the White Mage said tank's a direct hit.
Let's see if Rubes can maybe hit an RNG loose, getting some good damage out of that Masa.
700. That's pretty good. 400. Masa quite inconsistent on this one, but... And it goes down again. Can the Masa be fast enough? Yes,
Yes, it
with
can.
92 damage. GG's to Rubes.
Yeah, GG's. Another thing with these pre-asyncs, you can have runners giving themselves GG's in chat like Rubes just did. But meanwhile, Mechlin is going the right way, which is right, and finding himself a glitch.
Right. Rubes' official time, third place at 41 minutes and 17 seconds.
Alrighty, Mechlin is now coming up on Chaos. See what Chaos did. I mean, Chaos had some nasty skills with Inferno and Nuclear.
Look, it's Entroper, the final boss.
And that's a very intimidating final boss because he programmed FFR originally.
Yeah.
And he's still an active developer.
I love that if you turn on the fun names for the fiends, that there's a small chance that Entroper is the final boss name instead of Chaos.
Corporal's being consistently inconsistent. Mouse is consistently hitting hard, though.
Yeah, and the nuke comes out to do some good damage. Rubes looks like moved on to some Adventure of Link, or no, that was just the autoplay.
Yeah, and
Great game, though.
Tier 4 does not come out in time. Will he be able to get the life cast off? He is. And just
But
in
not
time,
the Cure 4.
Yeah.
We just gotta swing and hope.
Yep.
We got a free turn. We're dark, but 21 HP. We swing again. And terminated!
Right.
Mechlin just barely makes it in.
Yep, he had 20 more HP than he strictly needed.
Yeah, and that was quite a big difference. Mechlin finishing with 43 minutes and 1 second, just barely ahead of Odron with 43 minutes and 6 seconds, and Vaughn at 43 minutes and 13 seconds.
Yeah, so we have some very tight races here. So this is going to be pretty fun as this goes on, I think.
Right. Although the rankings for these asyncs doesn't actually matter, it's a point system based off of how far behind you were first place. And as long as you do better than 15 minutes behind, you improve your average from DNFing.
That is quite true. So this was pretty fun to watch. It was a fast floaterless seed. Actually saw some fairly low level Topher dives, which did not surprise me.
Oh, I guess we can invite any players that happen to be watching that were featured on stream to come in for a post-race interview. I think Rubes was in chat. And invite Rubes in.
Yep.
But again, not a live race, so it doesn't mean that the runners are like on their computers online and available. It's just a different day. We're doing these broadcasts, putting the async together.
Yep. And we have Vaughn in chat saying, I was 19 or 20 across the board entering Topher. Yeah, that's I think pretty consistent. I thought I saw some 17s. I don't remember on who stream, but it was like relatively low levels. But we didn't have ridiculously high scaling, so it was quite doable.
It took me a little bit to understand why the upside down W on Mechlin is funny, but I remember earlier in the stream
Yep.
now.
Yep.
Big thanks to our restreamer Sunflash Rune, stepping in despite being tired from the random marathon.
Yes, indeed. And of course, shout outs to our tracker, Atzer, as well, keeping us honest.
Yeah,
And of course,
Laser also participated in the race. Come join us. The summer series is very fun. The flag set is very easy.
All right, so it sounds like everyone's skipping post game interviews. So, any final thoughts?
I think I want to go practice another seed, and then maybe tomorrow I'll do the next async. But I'm looking forward to doing more. Any final thoughts for you, Classic Gamer?
I'm looking forward to watching and commentating on more of these. And who knows, I might not quite enter the tournament, but who knows, I might play one of these crazy things through and see if I can, double everyone's time or something like that, because I'm no speedrunner.
Yeah,
But it
you
might
only
be
need
fun to
3
do.
races to qualify. And then, like, these races don't even matter that much. They're just for the seeding into the brackets.
That is quite true. And as was noted earlier, if you miss this one, and you still want to participate, you just need to do 3 out of 4. So run the next 3. But I had a great time watching this. This was a fun time. So, Franklin, take us home.
Yes. If you liked what you saw tonight and you haven't tried the randomizer out, go to ffrando.com, search it in a search engine, and if you'd like some help, join us on the Discord, and there is so much stuff happening here. We got the summer series, we got the co-op tournament coming up, and we got talking about food, which is the best part for some of us. Maybe not me, but for some of us. I am Franklin RN. I've been in here with Classic Gamer. Have a good night.